Alright, hello and welcome back everybody. This is Katawa Shoujo, the third part, and I'm just recording this after the second part because I'm enjoying it so much and it's so fun. I like it so far, so let's jump right in. We just left the nurse without a name, who is a guy apparently. I end up standing in front of the main building, and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gates or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. And I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at the special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too to prevent me from getting lost. Yeah, probably. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There is a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red bricks. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes me more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Oh, do we have a roommate maybe? Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the ends of the hallway. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me, since it's a dating game. Probably, I didn't read if it's a dating game, but it says in the options that I can cancel the adult stuff or leave out the adult stuff, but on the internet it says that prevents me from going some ways, so we'll do it the right way. If it's too heavy, we can censor it, no problem. I climbed the stairs to the upper floor. Here small corridors branch off from the main hall. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. But halfway down the hall I spy room 119. The nameplates on the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? From inside I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment the door squeaks open. A bespectacled boy, man, these words, is standing in the doorway. He is looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Isao Nakai. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce my... His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm, whatever that is. Oh, sup, dude. The name's Kenji. So you're a nerd who talks like a gangster and stinks of garlic. I like you. You're a wonderful person. Ah, hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier, so he is probably a little bit disabled in the head, I suppose. It was probably my parents. Your parents, you sure? Because they could have been some of the other people too. Can't judge a book by its cover. This out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated head gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Yeah. Me, I don't think I could trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself, obviously. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you are smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. I hope we meet Kenji again, he's hilarious. Bleak, beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal, like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open. Is sitting open, do you say it like that? Stuck with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. You probably need them. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Hee-chan. Okay, that's his parents. I feel like Misha is following me, but it's a note by his parents. Hi, Hee-chan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hoped I would have, then there would be something to do. It's still too early. Go to the library! We were at the library. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. With me? I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming, and for the entire day today too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all this time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Good we will already know where it is. Yeah, I'll do that, but for now... Bottles of medications neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick up one and shake it, just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. I swear that nobody would make a note 2 tablets to stay alive. It doesn't really say that, but I could... okay. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kinda twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? Well, that must suck. On the other hand, most of all old people do that, but if you're like a schoolboy... with a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. And don't get depressed. It's a new chance. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. Okay. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness... By the way, it's cold? Isn't coldness bad for people with heart problems? Soon the lighter... Yes, it is. Ah, that's bullshit. You have a cold room, even though you have heart problems? Ah. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling. Alright, let me read this again. People remember, English is not my first language. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling. Ah, okay. Looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of familiarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. So does chapter 2 start now? Or maybe there is no chapter 2 and chapter 1 goes on until the end. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light grey ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. Huh? Is this my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating, until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh clothes against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday, Misha's constant laughter, and Shizuna's sweeping sign language gestures. Oh, so Misha's kinda... Oh, now I feel bad if this is part of an illness or something. Maybe Misha's depressed, and playing it over with laughing, I could see where this comes from. Man, now I'm feeling bad. Now I'm feeling bad. If I get the chance, I'll talk to Misha again. Probably. Maybe. Yeah, I do. I don't know, let's see. Okay, going on. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Well, why do you have to be normal, man? There are different people, even normal people without disabilities are all the same generic. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. Literature. My pick is literature. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decide to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down, so that the top is perfect and evenly flat. Oh, maybe she has that kind of problems. The Mr. Monk problems. Sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, He-chan. Right, He-chan is me. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. Yeah, great. There are also school events, like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. I don't know, Hichan. The truth is it's a local event, but I'm not from this area, so... Ah, damn it again. She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Huh? Oh! Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind the festival will inevitably change with time. Well, that's something Shizune said. Probably. Now it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. And yeah, now that's more Misha. Okay, maybe she's a bit annoying, but... yeah, I think I can adjust to her. The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. Baton. Ah, right. How do you call it in Japanese? You used this in Okinawa Kubudo. But I just don't remember. Yeah, anyway. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without care. We are in the middle of class and should start working. Yeah. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right? He-chan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed. Now I don't think I want to be in a club with you, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Misha and Shizune look at each other. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who is also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything? He-chan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. I would say the library line. Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. I don't get to decide much in this game. Yay! Yeah! Okay, He-chan, perfect! The rest of class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. Yes, it is He-chan. Oh my god, she can read my mind. Impossible. Really? Really? I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, It must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really... Shizune can't hear me, but would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing, and will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Oh, maybe I didn't think that, but say that. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me, as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Are you sure, Hee-chan? Very sure. Haha, you're wrong, Hee-chan. Because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Yeah, no, never felt like that in school. Wahaha! Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-the-fact way. Cool. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I had almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Where do you want to eat? In the cafeteria. Yeah, that's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I liked to eat outside, near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had lunch boxes, or boxed lunches, which is somehow the same. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hee-chan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right, Shi-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech. Hee-chan, do you have anything you are really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. There's a book club, right, Shi-chan? Right, but it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Bullshit, so I have to do something else? Sorry, Hee-chan, it's a really popular club. Okay, but more to the point, Hee-chan. Does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Good, great, that's great, Hee-chan, really great. Why is it so great? No reason. Well, Hee-chan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, you know, most of the time I was in school, I was the class representative. And after we had no classes but courses anymore, I was in the student council. And man, I'll tell you, this is so much unnecessary nonsense. So much unnecessary nonsense. I see. I didn't know the school had a student council. That was a very melodramatic setup though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha is laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion, in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says. Right. Hee-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we could hang out every day, Hee-chan. Shi-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shi-chan is the president. Huh. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Of course, we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to. So you're admitting that... no, we admit nothing. I mean, Hee-chan, of course it would be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the works of one's school. Yep, it's true, Hee-chan. It's true, Hee-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hee-chan? I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look the cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Well, so it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hee-chan. What? No. See, Shi-chan, of course it wouldn't go so easily. Yep, that's right though. It would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well. Shi-chan owes me candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizune seems very intrigued by this. When Misha signs it to her, the aggressive glint returns to her eyes. Ah, that's interesting, Hee-chan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Oh, why not? Well, because you both have the same incentive and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Yep. Yeah, that isn't my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at clear disadvantage, so I will have to decline. Hee-chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying that you don't trust us and that we pull something so disingenuous that makes me sad? Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. Yeah, that's true. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No. How about a game of paper football instead of rich poor man, poor man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot it past goalposts that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hee-chan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Shi-chan. That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys, anyway. Again. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hee-chan? Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. Alright, I'll take everything back. I mean, she's a bit annoying, but now we're cool. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me in the student council, but I'm a little bit curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Okay, Hee-chan, how about Risk? The game of world domination. I like this game. I love this game. It's awesome. Anytime. You're a douchebag. It's really fun, Hee-chan, yeah? You fight for control of the world, with armies and everything. I love this game. The more people, the better. You know, I'm the most manipulative person in this game. I make friends become enemies over this game. It's worse than Monopoly. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. That's cool, I'm on it. Oh really, Shi-chan? We can play just for fun, He-chan. Shi-chan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no string attached. Well, okay. Okay, perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, He-chan. Wait, where? Because that's where we keep the game. Bullshit. I must to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete, just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends, and we go back to class. Oh. During afternoon classes, a long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I'd been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell. Yeah, what's wrong, He-chan? That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know, Misha, this all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little bit silly. That's not true, He-chan. Shi-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened? Her expression unchanging, Misha assigns something amusedly to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that, I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Well, that was a bad pun, you idiot. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparely, I don't know, maybe the S is just a typo, decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even a little bit larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center, surrounded by chairs, and a smaller desk, prominently placed in the back, that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks, and chairs stacked on to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Man, I'm reading like I'm going to 4th class. Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. I could at least put a potted plant in here or something, but the most noticeable thing that this room doesn't have is other people. And again. Are we early? No. What do you mean no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today? No, we're the only people. Don't you read manga? It's always like that. Before I manage to ask why that's the case, Shizune claps her hand together very energetically. He-chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while we set everything up. While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filling cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. Yeah, it is, dude. It really is. Alright, I changed the microphone again. Man, I do this without noticing. That's somehow strange. I hope this isn't too bad listening to. Sorry if it is. By the way, where did the music go? After Misha spends a little too long for her, like running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, I can imagine that, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Can I play? Oh man, I can't. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assaults from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers onto the table to get my attention. He-chan, Shi-chan wants you to know that you are taking too long to make a move. Shi-chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. I thought this was a game with no strings attached. The just fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no. Shi-chan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. English people. Magnanimous, yeah. Thank you, Misha. She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it is signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who in return signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index fingers against her temples, as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. I wonder what's wrong with her. I'm really wondering what's wrong with Misha. She seems quite normal. Bit annoying, sometimes. But I got to like her. It's funny how she really got on my nerves like an hour ago, and now I like her somehow. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Ah wait, please slow down, Shi-chan. He-chan. Shi-chan says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion. Okay. Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief. She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't. She has a point. Attack aggressively. It's a trap. It's smarter to play defensively here. I'm always the defense kind of guy. It's likely that she's just trying to psych me out. Looking at the board again, I have a pretty good defense setup, and I'm not going to wreck it doing something reckless. A few turns later, I'll lose the game anyway. Probably would have ended that way no matter what I did. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration. Haha, He-chan, you lost when you allowed me to take North America. I mean, Shi-chan, not me. Getting control of North America is ambitious because it provides a 5-army bonus, but you can attack it from 3 fronts, so you must defend them all. You know, you are always lucky in Risk, at least in my opinion, if you start on the sides and you're not all your troops are in the middle, because if you have to try to defend Europe or something like that, you are so doomed right in the beginning. I thought you'd have more guts. How disappointing. Ambition, He-chan. Your play needs to be more daring. Ambition. I was really excited when you took South America, but then you switched to playing defensively just because you gained a small advantage. That's no good, Hee-chan. You didn't take enough risks, and when you did, you didn't follow through. That's terrible, Hee-chan. Damn, what's it to her if I play too carefully? There's no need to rub it in my face. Whoa. I wonder if you'd be any good for the student council. What's this? Reverse psychology? I guess I don't have to worry about joining or not in that case. Giving up just like that? I expected more of you. Seriously, is Shizune trying to taunt me into joining the student council? Besides, I don't even want to join it. It's only my second day. I can't make that kind of commitment. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet. And these two, they're a little weird. Oh, come on. So, if I had played aggressively, I'd join them. No. No. It took so much time to like them. Or at least to like Misha. And now something like that? No, that's not cool. Game, that's not cool. Fine, I'll consider joining the council, but I want to take a look at the clubs before I decide. Really, Hee-chan? You're not just saying that to make us feel better? Yeah. I'm just not sure that I want to. Aww. Okay, Hee-chan, but we're not going to give up so easily, I hope so. Because if everyone else is strange, you know, we are still friends. You know, I don't think that I don't like you. It's this as right now, right at this point, I would have joined the student council. At this point, yes. But you know. Okay, Hee-chan, but we're not going to give up so easily. You said maybe. There's still a chance you'll come around. Not in Japanese. When Japanese people say we consider it, it's off the table. Come on, we could really have fun. We could play more Risk, and maybe one day you could beat me. Unless we graduate before that. That doesn't make me feel any less reluctant about joining, you know. Yeah, surely you are not that horrible at board games. Maybe we can play a game you know. Then, to give you a handicap, I might have said that just to make you feel better after all. Oh, that's cold, Hee-chan. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Now he is a dick to them. Really? Really? No. No, that's not cool, dude. We were cool to this point. But now I'm pissed. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right on the wall. It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Shi-chan. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? No thanks. It's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh man. Alright, I need to take a break and kick this dude's ass, at least in my imagination. I mean, yeah, Misha is a bit annoying, and Shizune is kind of over competitive, but you know, I got to like them. I like them, and only because I play defense, you know, they both are more aggressive people. So it would be a good idea to have a more defensive person in the student council. Also, often when you are not the same kind of people, you get to like each other. Just because I play defensive at Risk doesn't mean that we couldn't be in the student council. Oh man, I'm taking this too seriously. But man, I started to being attached to these two. That's bullshit. Really, that's bullshit. Alright, I'll save here. Alright, thank you everybody for watching, and come back. Maybe we'll get to know some other cool people, and then I suppose in the end we will become a couple with someone, or Hiso will become a couple with someone. Probably not Misha or Shizune. Oh well, anyway, thanks for watching, come back for the next part, and bye bye!